This is the 2024 Wired Freedom, and I'm going to go over the components. I'm not going to go over the specs like everybody else. I'm going to walk through what the components are and why you would want them. So again, it's a 2024 model. It's got a lot of improvements over 2023. So why the 2024 Wired Freedom? The improvements that I appreciated were the larger chainring to eliminate the ghost pedaling that I understood was on the previous model. This 4-link rear suspension with an air adjustable shock is the most important improvement. And finally for me, they added a motor temperature sensor that you can see on the display, which I appreciate. I don't run this thing to the limit. I want to make sure I'm under like maybe 250 degrees on the motor, even though the cutout is at 300. 250 degrees is hot enough for me. Why would I get a Wired Freedom or a bike like this over any others? Now, I'm going to give you my experience because my previous bike was a EBike. It was 500 watt class 2, no suspension. And it had mechanical disc brakes. This has hydraulic disc brakes. Extremely important. You want the confidence when you're stopping. When you need to stop, you want to stop. Hydraulic disc brakes, feel like a motorcycle or your car, but the mechanical ones, when you press on here, it feels spongy and almost like you're stretching the cable. So you do that a couple times and you have to really stop. You're not going to have the confidence that thing's going to bite on the brake pads. Throttle. Quarter turn throttle, as opposed to my previous bike had a thumb throttle. Now I have ATVs, as you can see. This one's got a gas pedal, but previous ones had a thumb throttle. And for ATVs and jet skis, thumb throttle is perfect. But on here, there's no reason for a thumb throttle. It looks like a motorcycle. It acts like a motorcycle. Put a motorcycle throttle on it. The other key thing, this bike compared to the last one, the throttle only worked in pedal assist 0, which makes no sense at all. The main use of the throttle is to control how much exertion you're putting on while you're riding the bike. So when you're grinding, give it a little throttle. I want to keep a consistent level of exertion. I don't want every hill or every intersection to be, I got to grunt my way through it. Press the throttle a little bit, get started, my exertion pretty much stays the same, like a cadence throughout my ride. So to have it only work in pedal assist 0 just makes no sense. So this throttle works opposite. When it's in pedal assist 0, the throttle doesn't work, which to me is a great safety factor. I have this display set up to start the bike in pedal assist 0. So if I hand this bike to somebody and they get on and they hit the throttle by accident, it doesn't take off and slam into the garage door. So to me, that's a very important feature. Even myself, if I'm getting on, sometimes I might get a little off balance. I might hit this thing by accident. So another suggestion, when I get on this bike, I hold the brakes on. To me, that's how you control it. I get the brakes on, it can't move forward, and now I'm ready to ride. Fat tires. Do I need fat tires? Absolutely not. My last bike was 2¼ inch tires. These fat tires, to me, they give you more grip, but they're adding weight. So to me, there's a trade-off. Again, would I get another fat tire bike? Yeah, I'm getting used to the additional weight. And this bike, I just weighed it, 94 pounds with the stuff I have on. I feel like I need to do a little pleading here. I know every video you watch, please like and subscribe. It's annoying. It's tiresome. But my channel's 3 weeks old, and I'm looking to expand my viewership. I'm looking for feedback. I'm looking for comments. So if you could like and subscribe, it helps me expand that audience. Now, I know for a fact that you haven't liked and subscribed yet because my subscribers are pretty low at the moment. But I thank you. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost anything. It takes about a second or two to hit that like and subscribe button, and then it'll help me produce better content moving forward. And now let's get back to the wired freedom. This is 20 amp hours. My suggestion, if you want to have range, you need at least 20 amp hours. Then you've got the motor. My last bike was a 500 watt motor. This one comes as a 750 watt class 2 bike. Again, there's some adjustments you can do in the display. I'm not covering that. It's been covered elsewhere. But 750 watts is more than enough. 500 watts, not enough. 750 at least is my recommendation if you're by way more than 150 pounds. Maybe if you're 100 pounds, you can get by with 500 watts. But 150, 200, 250, I suggest you get 750 watts if you want to level out some of those hills. So again, I'm looking for a constant level of exertion in my bike. I'm not looking for every time I hit a hill or every time I get to the intersection, I have to grind across it. I'm looking for consistency. Now you might ask, why get a hub motor? Why not a mid-drive motor? You know, the hub is here. The biggest difference for me is if you lose this chain, you break it, comes off, whatever. Your mid-drive motor is depending on that train. The drive is from here to push the rear wheel. On a hub motor bike, you lose the chain, doesn't matter. You can just ride back with the motor and get to the house or get to a maintenance station to fix the chain. Mid-drive, you're stuck until you get that chain fixed. And hopefully somebody comes along and helps you. Tires and suspension. Do I need a suspension? Do I need 26-inch tires? No. My last bike had no suspension. But at the end of a 30-mile ride with that bike, I was a little beat up, especially on the butt. You should want a suspension if you really want to ride and get 40 or so miles. This bike gets 40 miles on a charge easily. As far as the tire size, 26-inch? No, I don't think I need a 26-inch tire. It fits me well. I'm 6'3". I think the bike fits me perfect. But I also think there's not much range. I don't think someone over 6'5" is perfect for this bike, and I don't think somebody under 6 foot is perfect for this bike. There ought to be a 24-inch side instead of just the 26-inch side this one comes with. Finally, I did change out the seat. This seat is softer and more cushy than the one that it comes with. Also, in case you can't see here, did add mirror, horn, mobile phone carrier, Bluetooth speaker, water. Go for a ride. All right, starting off looking at the display, you can see I'm at about 66 volts to start with. We've got the miles per hour, we've got the outside temperature, we've got the motor temperature, we've got pedal assist number 2 is what I'm in. We've got the wattage from the motor and how long we've been riding and the distance. We're pretty much just going to coast down this hill just to kind of give you an idea how steep it is, because at the bottom I'll probably be going 40 miles an hour without any motor or any pedaling. This is the worst case scenario. I'm in seventh gear on the steepest part of this hill at a dead stop. I just used the throttle to climb right up this hill. That's the main use for the throttle, in my opinion. Otherwise, I'd had to turn around, go back across the bridge, downshift to third or fourth gear, and get a running start up that hill. Unfortunately, the wind has been wreaking havoc with me all day, and now this waterfall is horrible. I'm explaining that the throttle can be used in this situation. If you've ever tried to pedal from a dead stop over rocks like this, it's really tough. But hitting the throttle like that made it easy.
Well, did you do it yet? Did you hit those like and subscribe buttons? You know it doesn't hurt. If you do, Dave sends his thanks and it is most appreciated.